Starting assessment 1, which is our brick veneer house in Revit. Now you can see I've got up on the screen, this is the house that we're going to be generating, and we will be creating 4 sheets. So we're starting off with a cover sheet, of course, which has an overview of the project. We've got an isometric and an axonometric cut. We've got the floor plan. This time we're going to be adding window schedules and door schedules. There's a lot more dimensioning going on. We'll be focusing on hatch patterns later, adding a section, adding door and window tags. We're going to do a section through at 1 to 50. We're going to be adding some information in line work and the roof buttons and some repeating details further down the line to generate those realistic views of the brickwork. And then we're going to finish with some elevations. I'm actually going to add a little bit more information to this one this semester. We're going to make sure that there's an angle on the roof, some annotation telling us what the materials are, and we're also going to put a little bit of information, visual information, to help this house look like this sits forward and this sits backwards or back further from that face. So we're going to use something called visibility graphics. So let's start. Now, as always, I'm going to start by drawing the walls. Now, we draw the walls because as we start to build the project up, we can lock the floors into the walls. We can lock the roof into the walls. Clearly, the windows and doors sit within the walls. And then all we need to do if we need to adjust a wall, and I can assure you in industry you will, then we need to move the walls. So when we're looking at a plan, all we need to do is move walls and everything goes with it, more or less. And if we're looking at it vertically, if we're looking at elevations, then if everything is more or less attached to the ground floor or these levels, then we can adjust the levels and everything moves in those directions as well. So it makes modifying house plans or buildings very, very easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I get my perimeter walls in, and I'm going to have a look at what these are, but to help me set that up, I'm going to do something called a reference plane. So I'm going to open a brand new project and I'm choosing architectural template. I'm choosing architectural template because it's going to load up some specific library items down here. It's going to make my floor plans be automatically generated and some of these views automatically generated the way I'd like them to sit. You'll notice if you open up a construction template file, it'll have some structural floor levels as well. It'll mean that things like the floor, when you click on floor, you don't need to go down to this drop-down list. By default, the floor is architectural floor. By default, the roof is roof by footprint. Automatic ceiling. So there's a few things that just make our life a lot easier. That's why we upload the architectural template.